The first filter we're going to go over in today's snipe filter video is the center dark matter wizards filter, man. What you want to do is set your position to center. You're going to set your color to dark matter. You're going to put your team to the wizards, man. You're going to roll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Crystals Porzingis 16-bit on your console, man. What I strongly suggest is to scroll on the cheapest one, man. That one's like breaking even, so obviously I'm not going to pick it up. But KP does pop up a lot, man. And then you also have some other great cards you can see on here, like Manute Bol, like George Mirasan, Dark Matter, man. This is a phenomenal filter, man. Spend some time on here if you're on a really low budget, man. You get a lot of KP snipes. If you snipe Manute Bol, George Mirasan, man, you're making tons of profit, man. Before we get into the rest of the snipe filters, for the most reliable and cheapest 2k23 MT, hit up my sponsor at NBA2King.com and use code GRINDS for 5% off. The next filter we're going to go over is pretty much the same thing, except for you enable KP, and this filter is phenomenal, man. Put your color to center, or your position to center, your color to dark matter, your team to wizards. You're going to scroll up till you find the cheapest Porzingis. Go ahead and buy one of these, man, so that way you can enable them. So buy them, send them to your collection by, going over here, wherever the heck. I have one right here, just click send to collection. I already have one in my collection. Then you're gonna go over here, put your color to dark matter, your position to center. If you have Manute Bol or George Mirasan in your collection, you want to send them to your auctions to make sure they pop up, man. On Xbox, you do need to raise your minimum bid up to 15,000 MT, which is no problem on this filter because of how high the cards are. You're gonna put your minimum bid to 15,000 center, dark matter, team wizards, 15,000 mid bid. If you're on PlayStation, maybe try like 25K, hopefully it'll work. And you wanna scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest George Mirasan dark matter on your console, which on Xbox is going for like 90,000, man. And then you're gonna turn on enable, just like this, man. Enabled, you're gonna keep raising this up until you find the cheapest George Mirasan, which maybe he's even higher, man. He was just going for like 90K. Bro, this filter is gonna get so much better. Hey, look how he keeps rising and rising. 94,000 MT now, guys, man. So you want to scroll with the cheapest George Mirasan up just like this, man. Just keep refreshing with the cheapest one up. Grab Mirasan. Make sure you guys leave room for profit, man. I would grab him for about 17,000 MT and below, man. So if George Mirasan pops up, grab him for about 80,000 MT and below. And then if Manute Bol pops up on this filter, man, buy it as quick as possible for any price point because he is very expensive, man. The next filter we're gonna go over is basically the Bender Hardscope filter, man. What you wanna do though is put your position to small forward, set your color to dark matter, and you're gonna put your team to the Pacers, man. This filter is still great and it's got no comp. I just spent like an hour on it, made a lot of MT, man. You're gonna raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Bender on your console, man. He's going for about 8,000 MT. I'll grab that one, man. Why not? Like I said, no comp, bro. He's going for about 8,000. These ones were just posted. They'll sell, man. You want to go ahead and scroll on the cheapest one if you want, or what I was doing is just bringing my maximum buyout down to 6,500 MT, man, and just keep refreshing. You can also see Invincible Danny Granger on here, which is why you might want to scroll on it. But probably just doing, about 1,500 MT cheaper on your buyout is probably the easiest way. Snipe anything that pops up and then sell for profit. The next filter we're gonna go over is the Manute Bol Hardscope, man. I'm telling you, if you spend some time on this, you can get a snipe on here pretty easily today, and you're gonna make a lot of MT. Manute Bol Invincible drop today. He's going for about 400,000 MT, which is crazy. He will go down a little bit, but he will remain a bid for a long time, in my opinion. So you want to put your maximum, sorry, not your maximum buyout, your minimum buyout to 500, man, and just keep refreshing. If he pops up, snipe him, man. You need to have 100K to work this filter because he'll probably pop up for like 100K most often. However, you can see him for pretty cheap because he is just an invincible, man. So refresh on here, snipe him if he pops up, and then post him up for 100K bid and bring in your profit, guys. The next filter we're gonna go over is the endgame cheapest filter, man. Set your theme to endgame. You're gonna scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest endgame buy now on your console, which on Xbox is going for about 90,000 MT. Kind of switches between JR and D Wade, man. What you want to do is just refresh. You want to scroll as always when there's more expensive cards, man. Keep the cheapest one up, keep refreshing just like this, man. If anybody you know for sure is a bid, if you get a Taco to pop up, a Yao Ming, a KP, man, a Shaq, LeBron, Giannis, any of those that you're certain sell for over 100K, pick them up for any price point on this scroll. Otherwise, if someone you're not sure about, or a D Wade or a JR pops up for about 75K and below, go ahead and grab it and then resell for profit, man. It's actually filter been turning up lately. So spend some time on here, man, if you don't quite have 100K or you don't want to enable all the end games. The next filter we're going to go over is the Invincible, cheapest filter, man. Set your theme to Invincible. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Invincible on your console, which on Xbox is selling for about 21,000, 20,000 MT, man, I guess is what they go for quickly. So you want to scroll with the cheapest Invincible up, man. Again, just like on the endgame filter, anyone you know is definitely more expensive than the cheapest Invincible. Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Giannis, Larry, Steph, man, any of them, go ahead and grab them and sell them for profit if they pop up on the scroll. If you're not certain, or it's one of the cheap cards like Dresden or Grant Hill, go ahead and grab them if they pop up for 15,000 MT and below, and then resell them for profit. The next filter we're going to go over is the endgame center filter, man. What you want to do is set your position to center, put your theme to endgame, and you're going to put your minimum buyout to 500, man, and just keep refreshing here. There are some cards you want to avoid, man. Don't snipe Wilt, don't snipe D-Rob, don't snipe Hakeem, man. Sadly, those are all not snipes, man. Endgames are getting so cheap. We got the end of the year, man. You know, we got the endgame super packs that are coming out really soon, so cards are going way down in price, man. This is pretty much the best endgame filter that's not enabled, in my opinion. So just pass on those 3 cards. Snipe anybody else that pops up, man. Taco, Yao, Kareem, Shaq, man. Grab those if they pop up, man, and resell them for profit. Obviously, you can grab the cheap cards, Wilt, and them if they pop up for like 80K and below, and then just post them up for 100K and make your money, man. The next filter we're going to go over is the Dark Matter, cheapest filter, man. Set your color to Dark Matter. Raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest cards on your console, which on Xbox, man, they are selling still for 3,700 MT. So what I suggest is you bring your maximum buyout down to 3,200, man, and just keep refreshing here. Snipe absolutely anything that pops up. Make sure you check its price, because some of the cards do vary in price, man. So make sure to check, it's very important, and then sell them for whatever they're going for. If it's just a cheap Dark Matter, go ahead and throw them up for 3,700 and make a little bit of profit, man. This filter hopefully will be active, man. It's better on PlayStation than it is on Xbox, but give it a try. It's a great budget option. The next filter we're going to go over is the Invincible Jazz filter, man. Set your theme to Invincible, put your team to Jazz, man. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest AK on your console, man. Typically goes for about 35K, man. This one out is pretty down at 32.4, man. Obviously hasn't sold in 7 minutes, but it will sell soon, man. What I suggest is you scroll on the cheapest AK, grab him for about 8,000 MT and below, man. So if he popped up for like 25K right now, I would buy him, which he will, because the cheapest Invincible is going for 20K, so they'll pop up a lot for that price point. You want to snipe anybody else that pops up on this filter, man. So AK for like 25K and below, and then whatever price you're scrolling on to have the cheapest AK up, grab anybody else that pops up. You can get Walker Kessler, and you can also get Mark Eaton on this filter, man. So it's a great filter. Hopefully you see some Mark Eatons, because he is pretty darn expensive, man. The next filter we're going to go over is the Invincible Magic filter. Very similar to the last one, man. Set your theme to Invincible, put your team to the Magic, man. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Mo Bamba or Penny Hardaway on your console, man. They both sell for about 40,000 MT on Xbox, man. What you want to do is scroll with the cheapest card up, grab Mo Bamba, grab Penny Hardaway if they pop up for about 7,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one, man, maybe 8,000. So grab them for like 33, 32K and below if they pop up both for Mo Bamba and Penny Hardaway. They're very similar in price. And then if Jonathan Isaac or Tracy McGrady Invincible pops up on your scroll, go ahead and pick them up, because those are both more expensive, man. And the last filter we're going to go over is the endgame enable filter, man. You need to buy all the buyout endgames on your console, which on Xbox is Paulo, D-Wade, J.R. Smith, man. Is anybody else a buyout right now? Doesn't look like it, so it's pretty darn cheap on Xbox, man. PlayStation, there's a lot more buyouts, and there's a lot of cards you want to pass on. So you need to, okay, Jimmy is a buyout, man. So you need to buy Tim Duncan, Jimmy. You need to buy every endgame that is a buyout on your console. Make sure you send them all to your collection once you buy them. If you have any expensive endgames that you do want to snipe on in your collection, like Yao, you need to make sure you send them to your auctions anytime you're sniping, man. You're going to go ahead and send all these to your collection. And then you're going to come over here, put your theme to endgame. On Xbox, you can just put your minimum buyout to 500 and turn on enable. I am on a new count, so I don't have any of these enabled yet. Just keep refreshing here. You want to avoid all the cards you have enabled. Obviously, you won't see them, but you also want to avoid Wilt, Hakeem, D-Rob. They're all not snipes, man. Jimmy Butler's no good. Luka's no good. Make sure you just monitor the price so you know who to snipe. You're really looking for Yaos, Wemby's, Tacos, Shaqs, man, Kobe's, MJ's, You want to snipe anybody that pops up that you know is profit, man. This is one of the best filters in the game right now. So spend some time on this if you can afford it. It does cost about 500,000 MT, man. That's it for the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, man. Smash that like button for me if you did. If you guys want to see the snipes of the week video that we dropped on Wednesday, man, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.